Hello and welcome. My name is Taylor Magnus from Sockeye Consulting. With the most recent Q3 updates, Intacct released a number of exciting new features and functionality, so we wanted to get some videos out surrounding the functionality we thought our clients would benefit most from. Today, we'll be talking about the new vendor compliance feature, which has been requested by our current clients time and time again. As operations grow, tracking vendor compliance becomes ever more important, but with that brings more challenges as well. With this new feature, we'll be able to automate the tracking and validation of those documents and ensure payments don't go out to vendors not in compliance. So let's dive in and see how this works. Once activated, we'll now see a new tab within our vendor records outlining the compliance documents required. Before we can do this, we'll need to set up a few things within our purchasing module. Within our purchasing application under Setup, we'll see we have a new area called vendor compliance and a few new items called compliance definitions and compliance types. So let's take a look at our compliance definitions. Compliance definitions are the rule sets and control how we want our compliance items to be validated. Here you can see I have a number of rule sets, a few of which are certifications, insurance, and licenses. Let's take a look at the insurance rule set. We can see we have our general information about the rule type. As we come down, we have a generation rules section with which we can elect to automatically add the records that will have to be satisfied or completed onto the vendor record. In this example, I could say that any vendor with an HVAC vendor type will automatically have this rule set added and will require this document to be validated before their first payment. We could elect to turn this feature off, but then you would need to remember to manually add those compliance records. So we're going to recommend to our clients that we go with this automatic method. As we come further down, we can see that we have our validation rules. Currently, the compliance rule sets will be validating either against an expiration date as of the payment date, or that document has simply been received as of the payment date. So as an example, if we were to attempt to pay a vendor on today's date, but a document assigned to this rule set expires as of or before that date, the system will note the vendor is out of compliance. Finally, in our last area, within the notification section, we see the options regarding the resulting action that the system will take if we attempt to make payment out to a vendor that's out of compliance. If a vendor is out of compliance, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a moment, we can set the system to ignore, warn, or put a full stop to that payment. Now let's see what this looks like at the actual payment screen. At the payment screen, we'll see that there's a new column titled Vendor Compliance. When I filter down for a vendor that I know is already out of compliance within my demo, Barth Electric, we'll see that it shows an error under this column. And when I attempt to pay, the system will now generate an error alerting me to which compliance type is failing and why. If I do have proper permissions, I can drill down into the specific compliance record, creating the actual error, at which point I could edit and revise the related fields, indicating my vendor is in fact compliant. You'll see here that my error has cleared and we're ready to proceed with payment. As we can see, this will bring a lot of value to our clients that have been previously tracking this information manually. It will allow greater visibility and ease when it comes to ensuring compliance prior to making payments out to vendors. As always, if you have any questions over this functionality or anything having to do with Sage Intacct, please don't hesitate to reach out to our team here at Sockeye.